Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the best beverage I have in my glass. Today we are talking botanical vodkas. And if you like the idea of a botanical vodka, hit the like and hit that subscribe and comment. We love hearing those comments and likes. And okay, I'm going to shill for my own company. They pay the mortgage, they pay the rent, they pay electric. So I'll go ahead and talk about our newest release, which is a botanical vodka for the Wool Gatherer series. A botanical vodka, new-ish idea. I did some looking on the internet. The closest I could find was an article about 2008 Kettle One mass-produced a botanical vodka. But to be honest, botanical vodkas have been around for a while, but I think the cocktail culture kind of adopted ways to dress up, the most exciting backup singer that you ever have or backup dancers. I mean, vodka is just there to support a way to deliver alcohol in a cocktail. Usually not much flavor, but there'll be a new episode that we'll talk about coming up. And if you like that, hit like and subscribe, about vodkas and how they're really not colorless, odorless, and tasteless. There's some flavors there. But Kettle One came up with it in 2008, and let's be honest, people probably added things to vodka long before that, but just commercially largely. You might be saying, well, we already drink a botanical vodka. It's called gin. And you're the best kind of right, because you're technically right. And technically right's always right, but not fully right. Gin is a subcategory of botanical vodka because its prime flavoring has to be juniper. And a fun rule, and we'll dive into gin, even another episode coming up. We've just got all these fun ideas coming up. That's why I switched to this, because just worlds of possibilities for you to hit the like and subscribe. Oh gosh, that's 3 times already. So there's no rules about how much juniper has to be in it. It just has to be the predominant flavor. This does not have that at all. You'll see a lot with rose, some cucumber, lots of lemons, limes, lots of different flavors out there for botanical vodkas. Our research and development department, i.e. Henry, and Henry does a great job, and Jason Gamble, who supervises, came up with this recipe, which is a citrus forward. It's got lots of grapefruit peel. And it's kind of funny, he got a big old carton of grapefruit and just peeled off all the peels for us to put into the baskets. The second flavoring is just kind of unique, is black cardamom. Now, it's just a small part. Cardamon's like a seed, like a pod. Black cardamon's really smoky. I know we've used it in blends in the past, so I've actually distilled smaller ones, and it's very potent, but it just hints of it here. And then we have, it's ganglion root. That's just kind of a binding agent. But once again, we can go all over those in a gin episode because flavorings for gin are just off the charts. But we're talking botanical vodka. So this is our Wool Gatherer series that we just put out. We've got several different flavors that we've done. Unfortunately, they're all sold out. This is the only one that's currently in stock at Castle and Key, and distillery only also, unfortunately. It was a limited run like all of our Wool Gatherers just to see what we think. Maybe we might incorporate them in the future, but as for now, it's distillery only. Really like it. We did a rollout at Castle and Key a couple weeks back. Had some great cocktails that they came up with it, and I'll include those recipes in the description below. But I wanted to go with a martini. So this is a martini. I like vermouth in my martini, so I'll go ahead and say it's not a true dry. It's going to be 1 1/4 ounce of our Wool Gatherer, a full 3/4, and I went with a slightly different. Traditional, you go with a dry Lillet Blanc, where this is a unique take on it, and it's springy, summery. I want to try the rosé, which is springy and summery, and then I went and just leaned all the way into the grapefruit and added grapefruit bitters. So I have tried this with the Lillet Blanc. This is the first time I'm trying with the rosé, so kind of curious what me and the director will think. And also I am using a coupe, not the traditional cocktail, i.e. martini glass. They slosh too easy, martini glasses. They tend to, so I kind of like the coupe. It looks classy. I look like Jay Gatsby doing this when I do it, so. Yes, I look like Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, please, yes, yeah. If you're not going to comment on that, I don't know if there are going to be any comments. Oh, I like the rosé a lot better. I also did Lillet Blanc, which is sometimes a little hair. I mean, it is a bittering agent, but boy, sometimes Lillet Blanc could be really bittering.
That's really good.
I think this is really nice. I sometimes have done like a dark martini where you use, the sweet, and it doesn't quite. This is a nice compromise. I might, when I go out and about, I'm going to try and confuse people.
We just bought that.
We bought that. You were interested because you saw it in a cocktail recipe, which
I'm glad that we bought it.
I'm glad we bought it because I really do love Lillet Blanc. I think it's a great vermouth. Oh yeah, we'll do a whole episode on just vermouth coming
now
up.
I can't remember what cocktail
But I would definitely say if you want to slightly sweeten and brighten different cocktails that use the Blanc, I would use the rosé. I think it's great. So that's Botanical Vodkas. Don't be afraid of them. They're fun. Don't be afraid to swing out to Castle and Key and try ours. I thought they were really great in a recipe. It takes your typical backup dancer and makes it the lead backup dancer. I mean, it's still a backup dancer. It's still vodka, but it's got a little more sparkle and shine to it than your typical vodka. It got a little more flavors.
I have a question.
Yes, you do.
I know it's at the distillery only.
Distillery only. Our wool gatherers they're just smaller runs for us to experiment and see what we want to try.
Can someone purchase it and have it shipped? Or do you know?
Do not know.
Okay.
Do not know. Contact the distillery. They will let you know on that, and I'm sure we'll have a link in the video. But that is a good question. I mean, can we do outside?
Because I think you guys can ship.
We do ship,
yeah.
but I don't know if we ship
that.
this.
Okay. Because it is so limited.
So limited.
We got what bottle? What, 12 or something?
Yeah, we got. I kind of look for it. Yeah, we got bottle 12, and it's 91 proof, which is 45.5. Nice, fun description behind that. Love who writes that. And of course, we do have some of the prettiest bottles around for sure. So, Botanical Vodkas, experiment with them. It'll give you some nice flavor where I hate vodka martinis. They taste like vermouth, which I do like, but I like how vodka and vermouth, gin and vermouth play together. I just thought it tasted like vermouth. I would just do vermouth. But with this, the grapefruit plays really well. The cardamom gives a nice smoky flavor. Or the ganglion root kind of combines it all together. That way one doesn't dominate the other. And it really plays with the grapefruit and the sweetness in this. So, cheers. If you want to learn more about Botanical Vodkas, when we start hitting gin here in a few months, start hitting bitters, please hit that like, hit the subscribe, check us out. We will see you in a couple weeks. I'm going to take another sip because it's quite good. Oh yeah, that's going to be my summer cocktail.
That is fabulous.
And we will see you in a few weeks. Always enjoy the best beverage in your glass in moderation and smart. See you soon.